Hi Virgo, welcome to the new moon in Sagittarius reading for December 12th, 2023. New moons bring in new cycles. So let's see what the direction this reading is going in for the next 2 weeks. You have decrease, but it did come in upside down, so it may be leaving you. It's it's a 4 cycle. 4 is often, like if you get the 4 of Pentacles, it is the miser card, so it is kind of like holding on, keeping, I would say, a good foundation, at least, right? Like wanting to maintain at least that foundation. But it is a cycle of decrease, so things can be leaving you or being taken away or just dwindling. And depending on what it is, that could still be a good thing, because maybe, responsibility is decreasing, or, but it can also be, financial. And they are difficult times, and it is Christmas, so, finances can be decreasing because we're spending money for the holidays. That is the direction the reading is going in, but you are focusing on the 7 of Swords, which is strategy. Interesting. So if funds are decreasing, you're figuring out ways to deal with that, the 7 of Swords. This can be open enemies sometimes. It asks you to pay attention to your surroundings. It doesn't have to be a negative card, but so I got it when my sewer system gave up, right, and my toilet overflowed. It also came up for me when there were bears that were getting into my garbage, so it doesn't have to be terribly heavy, but I did have to become aware of my surroundings, so I had to make sure that my garbage was bungeed shut very well. I had to be careful then, with the toilet flushing, or that no one else was using it until it was fixed, that kind of thing, okay? But it is strategizing. He's taking these 5 of Swords away from the enemy's camp so they can't be used against him. But it can also be open enemies. It could be dodgy dealings too. And with decrease, that's interesting. Can be theft. So do mind your stuff. All right, I'm going to lay all the cards first, and then I'll read them. The first column is where you find yourself at the beginning of the new moon, or something that you are just starting. Then, wow, this card really comes up a lot in all the readings so far. This is you and how you're dealing with the situation, this column, how you're behaving. And then the last column is the probable outcome. Sometimes we can change it, sometimes we can't. It depends on whether that's your lesson or it's not. Having said that, well, let's just have a look here. Okay. All right, so this is interesting because I did say there is something new being started here. The Page of Pentacles is my Capricorn card, and this is somebody who has just learned something new and they're ready to put it into practice. It's a very empowering energy. The Capricorn card empowers themselves and they empower others. This feels to me like 2 people in your atmosphere that you're dealing with. So one can be a Capricorn, a younger person, or behaves younger, or they can be at a distance. And the Queen of Swords, which is my Virgo card, and for me, And this is somebody who's going to have very sharp features, like a pointy nose, a pointy chin, sharp eyes, high cheekbones. They're often very refined. They are good with detail. They can be very critical. And they can be they can often be in positions of leadership, but they can be too critical sometimes. And this pentacles are very square in features and are usually dealing with the things of the earth. Capricorn is somebody who is, they're half goat and half fish, so they're earth and water. That means that they have a lot of emotion, but they may find it very difficult to express it. Sometimes they just can't find the words for what they're feeling. So let's see what these people are doing. Now, again, we have open enemies here. It's kind of like looking over our shoulder, strategizing. So let's see if they're helpful or not. You have a Knight of Swords. This is something or somebody that comes in quickly, unexpectedly, and can leave just as quick and unexpected with that Knight of Swords. But it's a very fast-paced energy. So I'm going to get one more because that doesn't tell me a whole lot. Wow, more people. This is the King of Cups. This is my Cancer card. They are round in features. They often enjoy history, very intelligent. It's a cardinal sign, so they expect the best from themselves and they expect the best from people around them. This is often the Bachelor card because of that, because they expect so much from other people. And we could be traveling towards these people or they can be traveling towards us. There's definitely movement with that Knight of Swords. And it could be unexpected, or they just show up out of the blue, or there's a need to move there quickly, to get there quickly with that Knight of Swords. Maybe you get a message and they're like, okay, we're leaving now. Get your bags and we're packed now, we're leaving now. But the World is definitely a travel card, and it can also be cycles that are changing with these people. But it feels to me like we're going somewhere, right? Either they're coming to visit or we're going there. And it is the holiday season, so there's going to be a lot of travel. You have the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords. Five of Swords is dramas that are being played out around you. It's also asking you to mind your words, because your words have a large impact here in the situation. But it's also the card of you may get what you want, but it may not be the way you want it. And there's definitely dramas playing out. Now you have the Four of Swords with that. The Four of Swords is the need to rest. The body needs a rest. And the card comes with the caution of if you don't take the rest yourself, the universe will help you. And it's always better if you do it yourself. This can be also planning something, so the mind keeps going. The body needs a rest, but the mind is still whirling away. And so you can be working with paperwork or graphs or that sort of thing, but it is definitely a physical rest necessary. And you may be traveling and trying to strategize when you're going to get some rest in. The Three of Pentacles, okay, there's creative solutions to whatever dramas are being played out here, or, the difficult situation you can find yourself in. This is my apprenticeship card that goes very nicely with the Page of Pentacles, because this is somebody who's just learned something and wants to put it into practice. So if there is some difficult situation that you're going through, this person may have a creative solution for you. You can be taking instruction, you may be giving instruction. With that Three of Pentacles, 3 is a creative number. The outcome is the Three of Swords and the Sun. Now, the Three of Swords can be separation, pain, inclement weather, but the Sun comes out. So for me, the second part of the Three of Swords is, after you've had the cut, after you've had the pain, after you've had the separation or the divorce or, whatever that is for your particular scenario. And it can just be distance, right? Because we're traveling. We're traveling to meet people and then we have to leave them. It can bring some sadness, or maybe we've missed them. And when we do see them and reconnect, there's such a nice, happy energy there. But with that Five of Swords, there does feel like there's some separation going on here. However, the other half of that Three of Swords is rebuilding and renewing. And for me, that's what this card is portraying here with the sun aspected with the Three of Swords. It's renewing and rebuilding, because that's even what the sun is, right? It's rebirth, it's reinvigoration, it's feeling reborn, it's feeling childlike in that energy again, and happy and social. So maybe you've been feeling under the weather. That's possible here. But there is healing coming with that card. The decrease doesn't seem to be financial. It could be something else. It could be like a decrease in activity. It could be also that somebody leaves your life and you find it quite difficult. Or again, like you're visiting family and when they leave, there's that sort of sense of sadness or separation, or, the house goes quiet again. It was filled with a lot of energy and joy and whatever, and then it becomes quiet again. And with that, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands for me is, if the Ace of Wands is like a new passion, the Two of Wands for me is sort of like, where do I take that passion? Two is duality. It's always choice. Maybe you've established one thing already and you want to begin something new or add to a scenario that you've already started. But they always say this is the world is your oyster card, but you may be just looking out into the world to see what possibilities you can do with this new passion, with this new idea that you have. Okay. There seems to be a lot of people around you. You may be traveling quite a bit as well, or they can be traveling to you. So I'm not in my usual space. I don't have all of my cards with me, but I do have a deck that I received in England when I was at the Arthur Findlay School practicing mediumship. And this was gifted to me, so I think I'll use it for you as well. And what the Spirit wants you to know, you have Archangel Gabriel, and it says, call in the pure white light. And so that feels to me like this scenario here. There is something going on. There can be somebody who's bedridden or unwell in your situation. It can be that there is recovery here, because this can be pain, right? And the sun is healing energy, so there may be some recovery. However, Gabriel is usually information, right? You may get some information or some news. Because he announces things, right? But there does seem to be some strategy going on, especially with all these people around you. There are creative solutions to whatever is bothering you or ailing you, or the dramas that are being played out around you. You get what you want, but it may not be the way you want it with that Five of Swords. But there are creative solutions, and in the end, I do feel like there's renewal and looking towards the future and what is possible. Okay. I wish you a lot of luck. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. It does feel a bit jumbled in that I feel like it's not a one-way storyline. It feels like there's a lot of things going on around you. And that's kind of oddly been the theme for most of the readings so far. It doesn't feel like it follows one straight line. It feels like there's just a lot of things going on around you, a lot of different scenarios. Okay, take good care. I will speak to you in 2 weeks with full moon reading. Thank you for listening. It's very much appreciated. Bye for now.